And game number 1 of TWA versus Rain in this grand final. Pardon me, not winners bracket final, grand final. For the side of TWA, we get Z52, Smoke Yu Yang. Then we get Yoshino, Annapolis, Goliath, Brisbane, and Jinan. For the side of Rain, we get Z52, Smoke Yu Yang, Legendary Holland, Annapolis, Goliath, Jinan, and an incomparable. So a couple of things to talk about as this game starts. Real quick, that is the second use of Annapolis for Rain, the first use for TWA. So Rain does not have another use of Annapolis, TWA does. Other thoughts. This is a really good map. This is a really good map for Incomparable because of the fact that you've got Annapolis, Yoshino, Goliath, all that are going to take so much damage. Brisbane and Jinan also are potentially going to take damage, but the issue with them is that there's the potential that you just straight over pen through them. Now, it'll still do big damage, but you might just 100-0 one of those ones if you get the right angle. Other things to watch as we go forward. Looks like we're going to see Yu Ying, Jinan, Annapolis out this way. So expect the Yu Ying after he takes the cap to go this way. Probably takes the Annapolis into smoke with him out here. Then you're going to have the Incomparable. We're going to see where he goes. Same with the Jinan. Z52 in Holland. With the way they're touching this, I think they're going to go for aggressive with this and have the Goliath here as well. But we will see as it goes. We're going to watch. It's pretty obvious that this is meant to come in here. They're going to find the Holland, try to execute the Holland. With that, Jinan out here wide can take the island cut out. Brisbane going to have radar. If he stays there, he has radar. He could cut out wider. We'll see if the Z52 instead cuts this way to give the Brisbane a smoke line. And then the Annapolis is going to be set up right here to start. Early cap advantage for the side of TWA. They're going to get the first cap. We'll see how it goes from there. And so as we look forward and we continue to move, Z52 is going to drop that smoke. Gangbring will have advantage with the Goliath to watch for it. Holland of Ventaro moving forward. Here's where we start to watch. How do they position? And it looks like they're going to change it up. So they are not going for the originally planned outside execution. It looks like they're going to go aggressive with the Annapolis Yu Yang and take them straight up here. With no battleship, you move straight up, you can cut that Goliath off. So if the Goliath keeps going and Goliath ends up say here, you have an Annapolis, an Incomparable, and a Jinan that have multiple angles of fire onto said Goliath. Put him in an awkward spot. Yes, Yoshino will be able to counter back at the Annapolis, but if the Annapolis ends up there, he will only have limited shots. The others won't. A is early taken, though, for the side of TWA. So as we go back into this, it's a 2-1 cap lead and points growing for the side of TWA. Annapolis getting more aggressive with that point. You see both teams getting aggressive. This is going to be really interesting. And so you can see this push. Jinan going up as well. Like I said, this Goliath's about to be pinched. And so you see Incomparable of Dastard going out there. They're looking for something. How quick does the side of TWA turn back, though, becomes the question. How quick does TWA turn back? So we'll monitor. And so as we move forward and we look here, Incomparable going to move forward. Remember, Incomparable, which I know this is shocking, has a 10.6 kilometer detection. Goliath has 12.7. He actually outspots the Goliath. There's the smoke, and watch for the shots in here on Goliath if he cuts out. There they come. Shells are in. He takes 6k on the first one, and now they know there's an incomparable there, and B is. So this play has worked. You can see what's happening here real quick. You can see that the Brisbane and Z52 are cutting back. They want to stop it, but the problem is, how quick does this Yoshino go down? How quick does this Goliath go down? Watch the Annapolis, though. Annapolis gonna try to get angle here. He's gonna be very possible able to get that angle, but back into watch. Shots in. Only an overpen on the Goliath. Yoshino really suffering. Heal almost done and already down 26,000 health post-heal. He's going to get himself to the border, but once he's at the border, he's really limited on space. His saving grace will be that they're running out of room to go with that smoke. And here comes the Brisbane radar. So Jinan and Annapolis have to be very careful here, because here comes shots from the side. Jinan going to continue the smoke, though. And actually, watch for the Annapolis. He may just decide to smoke at some point or say, hey, you know what? You're not going to do enough damage in 8 seconds. I don't care. Meanwhile, another... Oh, Z52 got absolutely crushed there. World Spoon was spotted by that radar. He is almost dead. The other side. And that's a big problem, because that Annapolis is about to have angle on him. 600 health left. Their shots are in. They get him. First kill does go to the side of TWA. Goliath has not used the heal yet because he's still got the ability. Yoshino on the border now. Watch that. He's got the heal about to come up, but at 25,000, and they're just focusing him. They want him dead. Another hit on the Goliath. Goliath maxing lower. Brisbane not in spotting range yet. And so Yoshino trying to get himself off, but the problem is he got himself off the edge of the map, and he, in return, pays for it with more damage. Remember, he was at 25k before the heal started. He's at 23k now. Annapolis did take a chunk there, down 27,000. Shells come in, they're going to just miss. It is a 2-for-1 on cap, but you're going to lose your ships at A. The Annapolis coming in on the side now is going to force these ships this way. With the Jinan there, the Goliath and the Holland have to retreat down this way, which is going to remove them from positioning. It's how quick can the Goliath and Yoshino go down. Yoshino has gotten dark. Goliath on the edge, 42,000. Incomparable has taken a lot of damage. He has not used the heal yet. Watch for the Annapolis of Lucar, though, going there. And Incomparable is just closing the range because he says, you know what, that's the best thing I can do. Pays off 9k. He needs more, though. He needs more, though. There's the heal finally executed. There's the torp dump. And yeah, the Goliath is running into a problem of, where do you go? You don't exactly have a lot of space to go. Lucky he's not getting Citadel. Down to 22,000. You got to think Dastard's really upset right now. TWA in a strong spot. They're going to have the Yoshino open up now that he's gotten some edge and to the Goliath. And they're just saying for the side of Rain, hey, we kill this Goliath off on the backside. Goliath going to max here in a second. Dastard does get the turn, but he's down to 28,000. He's in trouble. We'll see how much damage he gets here. Shells are in, down to 25,000. And yeah, he's just sitting there, but watch these torps. Oh, these torps are beautiful. Okay, Dastard, those are beautiful, and there's nothing he can do about them. That is a dead Amugo. He launched those torps perfectly. And so they get the Incomparable out, and he immediately goes dark. It is now a 100-point lead for the side of Rain. But they're about to lose Gangbrang. Gangbrang goes down right here because the Annapolis comes out and spots him. And Taro really in trouble as well. He dumps both sets of torps. He's not going to hit Kinnymod. And so now that's another kill. That'll bring the lead back to the side of TWA. And look at that Brisbane already on the way down to C. Rain has gotten themselves stuck in the corner. How quick can they redirect? Holland trying to get forward to find Vile. He's not going to find Vile in time. He starts to guess, but he's not going to find Vile in time. And he shoots. He cannot find it. They get the kill, and it's now 3 minutes and 10 seconds to victory for the side of Rain. But that's going to change here in a minute because Brisbane of Point is going full speed towards C. TWA in strong position for opening game right now. And so as the Brisbane goes in here, I'm struggling to see the direction and choice for Rain. Because Rain's going to deal with and have to fight the issue of you don't have cap positioning for either one. This will mean that they're going to be slightly lower. They're not going to have advantage on points anymore as soon as he steps in. And there it is. They're still down 17 points. And so now you have the Brisbane going to take the cap, and that's going to mean it's going to be under 2 minutes once he takes the cap in 20 seconds. Where do you get your kill? You took so long up there killing that Goliath, and you played that really well that even though you got him, you've been dragged off the map. And so as they get dragged off the map, you can see there's the cap, and now means it's going to be 1:50 until victory. Jinan looking down that way, he's not going to be able to get there in time. Yu Yang looking like this is just run at this point, honestly, if you're TWA. That's all you have to do. And so, I mean, like I said, I'm looking. Jinan has to head south, but he's not going to get there in 1:07. This is game over. TWA is won. They got dragged so far off. Rain did up into that corner to get him, and TWA kited away effectively, killed off the 2 ships right here. That game's over. When we saw the Annapolis moving for the play. And so you can see the Jinan moving forward, but like I said, I mean, even when he goes down there, it's not going to be quick enough. Jinan doesn't have torps. He'll be spotted by Annapolis radar. Actually, no. Yeah, Annapolis hasn't even used radar yet, so he'll be spotted by it in a minute. And it's just 20 seconds left. Can Rain... They're trying, but they're not going to find anything. Radar there, and they know it's over. They're not going to get into caps in time. That means game 1 will go to the side of TWA. They will take this first game, and they are 2 games away from winning WMI and the lion's share of $10,000. There it is. They are the winner of game 1.